Last night, Donald Trump announced he will be designating Antifa a major terrorist organization. And of course, the left is already lying, claiming that Antifa is just an idea that means anti-fascist, despite the fact that they have a logo that they fly to coordinate internationally. Now, it is fair to say it's a decentralized group, but it's a group. They have leadership. They just lie. It is a common tactic among the left. You'll notice this at major protests. There doesn't seem to be anybody in charge. There is always someone in charge because even the lobsters have hierarchy. What they do is they say they're decentralized and they have no leadership so that the police can't target or single out any individual. This, of course, they explain to activists. They do this because what we've learned throughout history, what with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., when you have a leader in the forefront, it's easy to attack, smear, or discredit. So they learned some time ago, well, you will always need leadership to organize, even a decentralized network. Just don't tell them who it is. Have you noticed that? These big protests all over the country against Trump, and it's just a mass of people and there's no one organizing it. How's that possible? They seem to have signs that look the exact same, as if they were printed in the same shop with the same graphic designer. They know to wear the same clothes. Someone is coordinating this. Now, it may not be that they have a president, right? The president of Antifa, but they have leaders. That's a fact. More importantly, these people are, it's ridiculous. By all means, you can say, but Antifa is an idea. And if Trump says he's designating Antifa a terrorist organization, it doesn't mean he's going to splatter the words Antifa. It means that they can pursue RICO charges against those who fly the flag, pursue them in terms of who's funding them, and more importantly, designated cells with brand names that sell merch and have sign-up websites. Yet that's an Antifa group. I think it's funny because these liberals are saying, how would you even do it? How would you? There are people who have pledged themselves to ISIS. They never met ISIS. They never met anyone from ISIS. But in the United States, we've had terror attacks from people who pledge themselves to ISIS, fly the ISIS flag, and then have tried or did kill people. Is the government going to be like, it's not terrorism? Sorry, we can't do anything about it? Now, here's where it gets real interesting. Antifa is an international entity, meaning Trump can do this. He can designate Antifa a foreign terrorist organization. And there is an easy way to break down how and why. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to spell it out for you. This is not an idea. It is a decentralized organization. And decentralized just means the leaders of each individual region and cell communicate with each other, fly the same flags for the purpose of coordination and allying over international protests, riots, or otherwise. Here's what CNN had to say. President Donald Trump has said he is designating the far-left Antifa movement as a terrorist organization, announcing the move on his Truth Social platform. It wasn't immediately clear what mechanism Trump would use to make the designation, and Antifa lacks centralized structure or defined leadership, making it unclear who or what precisely would be targeted. One could say the same thing for ISIS. I mean, seriously, we can pinpoint leaders of ISIS, and we can pinpoint leaders of Antifa. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm just going to jump right ahead and pull up Andy No. RoseCityAntifa.org. Closed to members only. Somebody made the website. So yes, you can identify leadership. But real quick, a word from today's sponsor. My friends, if you're stressed about back taxes, maybe you missed the April deadline or your books are a mess, don't wait. You go to tnusa.com/Tim. The IRS is cracking down. Penalties can add up fast, 5% per month, up to 25% just for not filing. But there is help. Tax Network USA can take the burden off your shoulders and stop the spiral before it gets worse. They've helped thousands of Americans, whether you're an employee, a small business owner, or haven't filed in years. Messy books, no problem. They've seen it all, and they know exactly how to clean it up. With direct access to powerful IRS programs and expert negotiators on your side, Tax Network USA knows how to win. You get a free consultation, and if you qualify, they may even be able to reduce or eliminate what you owe. More importantly, they'll help protect you from wage garnishments or bank levies. So don't wait for the IRS letter. Call 1-800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/Tim to talk to a real expert at Tax Network USA. Take the pressure off. I am pleased to inform our many USA patriots that I am designating Antifa a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster as a major terrorist organization. I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, Donald Trump, what did he not say? He didn't say he was going after the ACLU. He didn't say he was going after the, what is it, the legal observers, whatever, what is it, the New York legal observers or whatever. I don't know. These progressive groups. He's not going after anybody who is Working Families Party, just these liberal activist organizations. No, it's Antifa. They fly a flag. They smash windows. They firebomb. They kill. How about, this is a really, really funny one. I should pull this one up. I think it was Brian Krasenstein on X. And let's just do this. I think it was Brian. It might have been Ed, but, they do this all the time. Must have been Ed, actually. So, they're brothers. It's always, confusing them. But he made a post saying that he was starting a new organization called Antifa. Let me show you this. Let's play this game. Ed Krasenstein says, I'm starting a new organization. It's called Antifa. It means anti-fascist. We call it fascism when we see it. Who wants to join? Fascism will not take hold in America. You see that symbol right there in the middle? Michael Reinhold had that tattooed on his neck when he shot and killed Aaron Danielson. And so let me see if I can pull this up and show you the killing of, let's see. Can't get it. Oh, here we are. Michael, here you go. Police shot Portland man slaying suspect without warning, trying to arrest him. So this was Michael Reinhold. This is 5 years ago. He shot and killed Aaron Danielson. He's got that symbol tattooed on his neck. You want to play games, Brian? We can play these games. You are using a symbol. This is called the red salute. This fist is known as the red salute. It is the Roman salute used by the Nazis. Y'all know what that is, the Hitler salute. This is the red salute used by communists and used by the Chinese Communist Party to this day. You want to use that symbol, by all means, fine. But I have questions when the guy who shot and killed a Trump supporter walking down the street, putting 2 in his chest, had that tattooed on his neck. So, sure. A White House official told CNN, this is just one of many actions the president will take to address left-wing organizations that fuel political violence. A host of administration officials have signaled in the wake of Kirk's assassination, they will be targeting what they claim is a coordinated left-wing effort to incite violence. It's true. I've personally seen it. I know how they operate. I have been in their meetings. I was in France, and there was a warehouse with probably 300 people in it, and they were manufacturing shields and weapons for the purpose of rioting. And they were spray painting the Antifa logo. So who funded this? Who was paying for the warehouse? Were they squatting? Possibly. Who told people where to go? Who coordinated this? You can, of course, say it's decentralized, Tim. They all just did it autonomously. But that, of course, is an obvious lie. There is always leadership. During Occupy Wall Street, they were called the facilitators. And they tried to keep themselves hidden because they believe the police will target any visible leadership. But we know someone has to be organizing it. Now, you can come out and say, well, there's 10 or 15 different organizers. Okay, so those are the leaders, right? Time magazine says, what it means for Trump to label Antifa a major terrorist organization. And we heard this now. Earlier this week, J.D. Vance said that while filling in as host of the Charlie Kirk podcast, the government is going to go after the NGO network that foments and facilitates and engages in violence. It's real. It exists. During Occupy Wall Street, for instance, there were many NGOs that had their employees working to help facilitate Occupy Wall Street. Now, for the most part, Occupy Wall Street wasn't rioting, just protesting in a park, and that's fine. But these NGOs are absolutely funding and behind the organization. They're just playing legal games. It's what they do. When they dress in black bloc, let me pull up some of these posts, actually. So here's here's clandestine. I thought I had a tweet from Andy No, and maybe I don't know where I have it pulled up. I don't know. So you have this. Clandestine says the left are once again gaslighting the public, claiming Antifa does not exist. So here's all of these individuals somehow wearing the same helmets or similar helmets with goggles, and they have shields made from plastic drums with the Antifa logo spray painted on it. Who did that? How did they have that? Someone handed them out. Now, by all means, again, One person might do it, hand them out to a group of people, but it is a group. They know what the symbol means, and they use the symbol to protect each other. Here's the point. Look at how they're all wearing the same clothing, because they know how to coordinate to exploit our laws. The purpose of wearing the same clothing is so that when they get arrested, the defense lawyer can say how many people, they're going to say this to the police officer. Cop arrests one of these guys for punching somebody or smashing something or setting a fire. They get arrested, and then the defense attorney will ask the cop how many individuals were wearing all black with helmets and goggles and had shields. And the cop's going to say 200. And the defense attorney is going to turn to the jury and say, so how could the cop be sure he arrested the right person? Certainly, that is reasonable doubt that my client may not be the person who committed this violence. He was just protesting. And why was he wearing all black? To show solidarity, not for violence. It's so that when people turn the TV on, they can see there is one large group unified in their opposition. That's a lie. They wear black specifically so they can perform what's called de-arrests. That is, when someone engages in violence and the police try to grab him, the other people can go up and attack the cops, and the cops can't figure out who did what. And even if they do, this works. So in D.C. in 2017, the government tried charging these people with conspiracy, saying that by wearing the same clothes, they had conspired to commit crimes. They lost. Then the people who committed those crimes filed a lawsuit, won, and got $1.6 million. They are playing a dirty game, exploiting our laws. And now what are they doing? They're making videos where they say, they're going like, hey, have you seen that list of names following the Charlie Kirk assassination? Who's going to do it? And then we're supposed to go, it's free speech because it refers to anything. We know what their intent is. They're saying, who's going to go kill someone like me? They are telling people to go do it. They're saying, you, viewer, now go do it. That's what they're saying. And everyone knows what they mean. And they're saying, but it's free speech. What are you going to do? Arrest me? So I say yes. Absolutely. Context matters. It always did. If you are saying gobbledygook, but your intention is to direct someone to murder someone else, then you should be arrested. And the argument will be made before the court. And we will say to the jury, when they said, hey, have you all seen those lists following the assassination of Charlie Kirk? You should go do it. When they say stuff like that, you just tell the jury. Now, here's the problem. You arrest them and charge them in a Democrat area. The Democrats are going to be like, no, it's fine. So I don't see how this gets light. I don't see how this goes anywhere but expanded conflict. The game is on. Trump has publicly declared Antifa to be a terrorist organization. He hasn't formally done anything yet. The left is already claiming Trump is trying to make it illegal to oppose fascism. No, Trump is talking about the flag they fly. They call themselves Antifa because they are trying to say, but we're not a group. It just means anti-fascist. Well, I'm announcing the formation of a new group. It's called the Good Guys. And we have a flag that says the Good Guys. And we're the Good Guys. And if you oppose the Good Guys, you're the bad guys. That's just, duh, it's in the name. So here's what happens next. The left is going to claim that Trump is trying to make it illegal to oppose fascism because they're tricking stupid people. But I got this post for you from Spiegel International, Hamburg's G20 security failure. Here's a photo. What do you notice? Smashed out Flying Tiger Copenhagen. This is, of course, in Hamburg. And the windows are all smashed out. And the store is looted and destroyed. What about to the left? The windows are fine. Why? Well, they have a gate pulled down. Much harder to break the window when you got a steel gate. The store to the right, it doesn't have a gate, but its windows are not smashed. You know why? They put an Antifa flag in their window. That's what the left does. It's like that in Berkeley. In Oakland, there was a Burger King, this is 7 years ago, had a sign in the window saying, please spare our, it said something like, please spare our store. We are a private family-owned franchise. They put up signs in all of their storefront windows saying, F Trump, pro-Antifa. Why? Listen, the Chinese nail salon run by immigrants has no idea what that flag means. It basically says, please don't hurt me, because this is what the left does. Let me pull up some images for you. Please don't hurt us. Riot 2020. And here we go. Let's use this example. Here's an image of a storefront during the George Floyd riots. Black owned, and the windows are boarded up. Why did they do that? because they are scared that the far left will damage or destroy their storefront unless they put it up. You know what? Here's an easy one. George Floyd riot. I think I can find a very easy one. Michael Tracy, 5 years ago. I'm just going to pull up his Substack on this one, and I'm going to show you what this is with far-left violence. Scrolling through his story and his breakdown, you can see all of these places boarded up. Let's zoom in a little bit, because it gets scary. We got this, Fort Wayne. That's right. Still boarding up their windows, just putting paint on it. They boarded up their windows and put a mural on it and a Black Lives Matter fist. Hey, the same fist that was on that guy who shot and killed the guy. Particle board, boarded up windows. Look at that. Justice for Breonna. I wonder why they would write that on the boards protecting the windows. Maybe they really just agree with it. F12, this one says, but wait, there's more. Boarded up windows, boarded up windows. Look at all these boarded up windows. What does this one say? You must have a mask on. That's funny. Appointments only, no walk-ins, Black-owned business. Why do you need to say that? Why put that in your window? Black Lives Matter in the window. Why are they doing that? I think we all get why. Because they're worried someone will smash up their windows. Please don't hurt us. We support BLM. Here's another store. Please don't hurt us. How sad and terrifying. I don't want to live this way. Do you? Do you want to have to write, please spare our store, Black-owned business, please don't hurt us on your storefront? That's terrifying. And that's the world that these far-left extremists are trying to create for you. Please don't hurt us. This store is heavily guarded. Now, there's a message. So I say, lock them up. I'm not playing this game with these people, okay? Andy, no. Antifa cell in Corvallis, Oregon has published an after-action report on the fallout of the Charlie Kirk assassination. This is an organized network. Each individual cell is a group, and they call themselves Antifa. So when Trump says he's labeling Antifa a terror organization, and they go, but it's just an idea. Yeah, I don't think the DOJ is going to go, oh, you got us. It's just an idea. They're going to say, sure. And here's a list of each individual cell with a branded name. They sell merchandise, for heaven's sake. And they're coming after you. And there's no escaping it now. Good luck. I'll leave it there. Smash the like button. Share the show with everyone you know. Stay tuned. We got more coming up for you. And we'll see you all in the next segment.